This is going to be long. I may have to break this into multiple parts, but I feel like there's a lot that I have to recap, and then there's a lot that has happened. So, woman is with the man. She has a baby with him. He is abusive. She finally gets away from him and gets a restraining order granted. He continually violates the restraining order, both sending threatening messages and showing up to the apartment where she's at. The Burbank Police Department on multiple occasions see him there and do not violate him on that restraining order, she believes, because he is an ex-cop. One of the last times it happened, police showed up, he was there, they didn't make him leave, they left, and he attacked her and started almost killing her, which they heard because they still hadn't left, at which point they had to break into her apartment and arrested him. Prosecutor recommends time served, which is 4 days. He's released on summary probation, which means he doesn't even have a probation officer, and ordered to take domestic violence classes and AA. Meanwhile, Child Protective Services gets involved, thinking that she keeps exposing her child to this person because there's all these police reports, and takes her son away from her. She posts video evidence of everything. I make videos about it. Child Protective Services sees it, believes her, says, "Oh, we were wrong. Here's your child back. However, you cannot live in that apartment anymore because as long as he is on the street, he could come to that apartment." She ends up having to move into a motel with her baby. Meanwhile, he fails to appear in court and comes to the apartment and tries to throw a scooter through the back sliding glass door. They finally issue a bench warrant, and now you're caught up. So she gets notification that he's in the apartment. She has cameras around the apartment. He is vandalizing the apartment. Police are contacted and are coming. They ask her to be there so that they can take a report from her. When they show up, he runs and breaks into an empty apartment and barricades himself inside. They tell her to wait in the apartment while they figure out what to do with him. She hears them talking to him and thanking him for his military service. And then everything's quiet. She looks out and they're gone, and the door to that apartment is open, and she's like, "My God, it happened. They went in, they arrested him. He's gone." And then she gets a text message from her ex saying, "You're going to die." She calls the police and goes, "How is he texting me if he's in your custody?" They're like, "Oh, he's not. We didn't want to make entry. We left." And she goes, "Well, he just sent me this threatening text." And "Okay, we'll send officers to take a report. Stay at your apartment." While she's waiting for the police, he comes into the apartment. She leaves. He's still there. She calls the police. They arrive. He barricades himself inside of the bathroom. Now, she's headed up to here with Burbank police. She's pissed, understandably. Fortunately, the sergeant who arrives on scene says, "Give me an opportunity to not let you down. I'm not leaving without him." And another officer who she's had encounters with before says, "Me either. We're taking him." And that's when police went into the apartment with a battering ram and told him, "If you don't come out willingly, we're going to bust down this bathroom door and take you by force." And so he gave up, and they arrested him. Arrested and charged with stalking, domestic violence, criminal threats, violating protective order ×2, and 2 failures to appear bench warrants. The detective submitted 6 police reports to the prosecutor, so this is good, right? I mean, with that, his bail is over $100K. She's locked him out of any of the credit cards, so he's staying in jail, right? Now, she hears from the detective, and you know what the prosecutor did? She decided to only prosecute 1 count of vandalism and 1 count of violating a protective order, both misdemeanors, and his bail's been dropped to $30K. He has court this week and could easily get out. I've had people call the police station. That didn't work. I had people call the prosecutor's office and get hung up on. So the only people left I can see maybe caring is the Burbank City Council. So to them, I would ask this. Why did Deputy City Attorney Rita DiLorenzo take his restraining order and lower it from 100 yards to 10 yards? Why did she think a man with a restraining order who broke into an apartment and attacked a woman and had a standoff with police was good enough with 4 days served? Why, with 13 police reports, 3 of which had police officers there who witnessed him, and the other 10 with video evidence supporting them, does she feel there's not enough evidence to pursue charges against him? You know, the same day they finally went into that apartment and arrested him, the Burbank police had a domestic violence task force meeting. There's a very real possibility in the next few days, if the prosecutor doesn't bring more charges, he is going to get out, and she's going to be back living in a motel so that she doesn't lose her child or her life to a violent abuser that you all let be on the street. What are you going to do about it? Burbank City Council, I'm talking to you.